A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development in the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has stated that there are currently no plans for a meeting between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. This announcement comes on the heels of former U.S. President Donald Trump's recent comments suggesting that a summit could be arranged in the near future. During an interview with NBC, Lavrov emphasized that the agenda for such a meeting is not ready at all, casting doubt on the feasibility of any upcoming discussions aimed at resolving the three-year conflict. Lavrov's remarks highlight the complexities surrounding the diplomatic efforts to end the war, which has seen significant loss of life and displacement. Just a week prior to Lavrov's comments, Trump met with Putin in Alaska, marking their first face-to-face meeting in 7 years. Following that summit, Trump expressed optimism about facilitating a meeting between Zelensky and Putin, suggesting that the two leaders might be getting along a little bit better than I thought. However, Lavrov's statement indicates that any potential rapprochement is far from certain. He noted that while Russia is open to discussing various points raised by Trump, its core demands for a peace deal remain unchanged. When President Trump brought those issues to the meeting in Washington, it was very clear that there are several principles which Washington believes must be accepted, including known NATO membership and discussions of territorial issues, Lavrov explained. Zelensky said no to everything. In response to Lavrov's comments, President Zelensky has accused Russia of actively working to prevent a peace meeting. During a joint press conference with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte in Kyiv, Zelensky stated that Russia is doing everything to avoid a meeting, underscoring the challenges faced by Ukraine in seeking a resolution. He called on Ukraine's allies to impose fresh sanctions on Moscow if it continues to resist engaging in peace talks. The situation is further complicated by recent military developments. Ukrainian forces reported a successful strike on the Oneka oil pumping station, a critical facility in Russia's Druzhba oil pipeline, which supplies oil to Hungary and Slovakia. This attack raises concerns about the stability of oil supplies to these countries, with Hungarian and Slovak officials urging the European Commission to guarantee security of supplies in light of potential disruptions. Meanwhile, French President Emmanuel Macron has been in discussions with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi regarding the war in Ukraine, as India faces pressure from the U.S. over its continued purchases of Russian oil. Macron emphasized the importance of strengthening economic exchanges and strategic partnerships between France and India amid the ongoing conflict. Looking ahead, the prospect of peacekeeping efforts has emerged as a topic of interest among various nations. Countries like Estonia have expressed a willingness to contribute troops to post-war peacekeeping missions, contingent upon a successful agreement between Kyiv and Moscow. Leaders like Macron and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer have voiced support for such deployments, indicating a collective desire to stabilize the region once a peace deal is reached. Despite these discussions, the path to peace remains fraught with uncertainty. NATO Chief Rutte reaffirmed the organization's unwavering support for Ukraine, reiterating the commitment to assist the country in its time of need. As diplomatic efforts continue, the world watches closely, hoping for a breakthrough that could end the suffering caused by this protracted conflict. In the meantime, Trump has indicated that he will evaluate the situation in the coming weeks to determine his next steps regarding the war in Ukraine. When asked about the possibility of taking no action if Putin does not engage in talks, he stated, "I'll see whose fault it is. If there are reasons why, I'll understand that. I know exactly what I'm doing." Trump's comments reflect the delicate balance of international relations at play, as the U.S. seeks to navigate its role as a mediator in this complex geopolitical landscape. As the situation evolves, both Russia and Ukraine must confront the realities of their positions and the implications of their actions on the global stage. The hope for a peaceful resolution remains, but it is clear that significant hurdles must be overcome before any meaningful dialogue can take place. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.